What holds the two of you together? Well, if you have asked yourself that question, you're in the right place to find out the answer. Hello, beautiful Gemini. You're so welcome to this chapter 3 of Inside This Love series. So we are going to be very fast starting the reading, but meanwhile I am shuffling the cards. I would actually ask you to take 1 second and go and have a look at the pinned comment below, because it does explain how to look at this reading and how to get the best out of it. Okay? Now, as I said and promised, here we are starting your reading. We are going to see what is the blueprint energy about the fact of the two of you being together, or holding you together, more better said, not being together. And you will understand why in a minute. Okay? Let's have a look. Gemini. Who? Fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Now, if some of you knows something about astrology, fifth chakra is the throat chakra, excuse me, that is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is the ruler of your sign. So here we go. What holds you together, I believe, it's communication. You know, communication doesn't always have to be perfect, doesn't always have to be harmonious, but one thing that it has to be is opened, in the way of saying whatever the two of you think the same thing or not. It's like as if there is an exchange of views, an exchange of ideas that is back and forth and back and forth. Okay, so again, remember also that when two people don't have the same ideas or they're not at the same page, sometimes by discussing here the fifth chakra, the Archangel Gabriel, it's really about looking at things from a different perspective. So already this gives me the idea that it's an incredibly important part of your connection, of what holds the two of you together. Okay, but please remember that this is a general reading and it might not resonate with everybody, so take what resonates and leave the rest. But instead, if you're interested in a private reading, the link is in the comment box below. Now, also another thing that while I shuffle, I tell you as well. I have a great announcement, a new announcement to make, and so please stay until the end of the video. Now, let's have a look and start. What is the strongest bond between the two of you? Let's have a look, Gemini. What is the strongest bond between the two of you? And here we go. Ooh, 10 of Cups. So whatever happens between the two of you, or has happened, because another thing that I didn't explain here is that this reading, yes, is timeless, but at the same time, it's okay for any kind of relationship. So this could be for an ex to somebody that you are married for the last 20 years and all in between. The only thing that if you're coming here listening to this because of an ex relationship, remember that this is what the person feels at the moment that we're reading, at an emotional level, at an energetic level, and the bond that holds them still connected to you. Okay? Digression finished. The strongest bond between the two of you is that when the two of you are together, there is this symphony of emotions. Okay, 10 of Cups is, how can I say, for love, it's, I believe, the best card. When you love openly and you feel loved, it's that beautiful exchange. It's that, excuse me, complete romantic fulfillment. Okay, so we're starting with a bang. What emotional glue keeps your connection alive? Let's have a look. Oh, wow. So we have got Gemini, what did you do to this person? Please send a message. The glue that keeps you together, it's an incredible passion for each other. Now, the devil, I love the card of the devil. It is one of my favorites in the whole deck, because like all cards, of course, they have their higher octave and it's lower octave. But when we see a 10 of cups before, so that there is the emotional fulfillment, there is the being loved and loving at the same time, and then this arrives. It also brings that passion, that desire, that wanting to know more about each other, not ever having enough of each other, physically, mentally, and so on and so forth. And this is the glue that keeps you together, okay? I feel that not so much from your side, but mostly from the opposite part, from your person, there could be a tinge of jealousy, but because of feeling afraid of somebody else taking you away from them, okay? What shared need of wound links the two of you? And here we've got the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords, it's, you know, then it's one of the worst cards of the deck, but it talks about pain. It talks about pain that comes from this life and that comes from past lives as well that we're carrying through. So definitely here we're talking about wounds. So did you have a bad, both of you, did you have bad experiences in previous relationship? Is there something from your childhood that you still didn't, weren't able to work through, something that you felt that was very unjust? And that is the communality, okay, between you and your person. Where do you two naturally align? And here we've got the Ace of Cups, love. That is where the two of you naturally align, because you love them and they love you. It's love. Like, this is a beautiful reading. This is really, really as clear as day. As they say in my language, when the tarot cards are doing this harmonious dance between each other, it's called that the tarot are singing. And today they're singing for you, okay? Let's keep going because I'm very curious now. What creates loyalty or attachment here? I don't know what to say. Six of Cups. Soulmate energy. I have known you all along. I have never met you before, but you feel so familiar. I know you. You know, that typical phrase that sometimes comes to our mind when we meet someone, or some people would say it out straight, I know you. And this is exactly what it is. This could also be an ex, because the Six of Cups also talks about an ex wanting to come back or has come back already. Okay, so that there is this constant cycle, and it makes sense with the what holds you together. This sensation of belonging together. You could also be friends since childhood. What continues to draw the two of you back together? And here we've got the Tower. Okay, I will have to explain a bit about that particular question. What continues to draw the two of you back together? Now, that makes sense if we are talking about the next relationship, but if we're talking about a relationship where you're in for the last 20 years and you never broke up, what it means is, you know, that there is always ups and downs in relationships, okay? Moments where we feel closer and moments where we feel a bit drifting apart. So that is what it means to bring you back together, to bring you closer again, okay? So here we've got the Tower. Yes, that there is moments where things looks or feel that they're coming down and that there is nothing to work on it. But instead, there is always that hope, because if you can see this figure, okay, this lady is looking over there. Yes, it's a bad weather, there is stormy and everything, but it's like as our gaze is looking in a particular point where she knows she can rely on that. So it's really relying on each other's strength and relying on each other, resurrecting the relationship, resurrecting the love that you feel for one another. What stabilizes this relationship, even silently? And here we've got the Fool, the capability of starting anew over and over again. not afraid of, of trying again. It's absolutely beautiful, and it is completely coherent. A tower and the fool following it. It's like these two cards together are like the death card in one. Death and rebirth. Okay? So Gemini, what a beautiful reading. I really hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, please like, share and subscribe. And now the news that I was talking to you about before. If you like the way that I read, okay, I am going to be teaching a residential course on the 25th of October until the 1st of November 2026 in southwest France. But anyway, all of the details are in the description box below. Okay, now let's get back to this. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you're interested in more reading about, from this particular series, the link to the other playlists are in the description box below. And also on my channel now, I do all timeless readings that are okay for any kind of relationship, so go ahead and have a look at those as well. Thank you so very much, Gemini, for being here with me, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.